Guess who's live, boys?
What's up, guys?
What's happening? Josh, you're going to have to do most of the talking tonight.
That's going to be
Because,
interesting. You got most of the storytelling to do.
that's, oh boy, do I ever have most of the storytelling
Wow.
to do. What a day. I mean, what a week. Oh my gosh. That's how
Where
I
do you want to
feel.
start at? I think you
Well,
spilled the beans earlier today.
I spilled some of you, and we've got how many? We got 12 people in here.
I think you spilled the beans earlier. Uh-oh. Sorry.
Okay.
That was me.
There we go. There we
I've
go.
got to turn my sound off on my phone.
I had it on mine too, so it's probably
okay.
me.
Yeah. You're good.
Both doing it. But yeah, we'll say hi to a few people, let a few people get in here, and then we'll start spilling some beans. But say hi to Christine Harden. Been looking forward to this live all day. Thanks, Caleb, for letting me know. Enjoy watching you both. So glad to have you here, Christine. Mary McCain's in the house. Hi, Mary. Lucky 7 Auction is here. Hey, guys, how are you? We got Carter's Retro Quest. Let's go. That's right. How's it going, Will? Got Don Flipping. What is up, buddy? Got Biscuit Butt in the house. What is up, buddy?
Hey, Archie.
Hey, here's a good one. Laura over at LKG 329 Sales is in the house. How's it going, Laura?
Good to have you.
Good to have you. Don Flippin says, Josh, nice Nintendo 64. I'm very jealous of that.
I've got 2 of those in the box. That the box is almost perfect. I mean, they got the plastic still around them and everything.
Oh my gosh.
They packed them back up and stored them after they used them a few years, and so
I
haven't been able to list them.
With stuff like that, you're supposed to be able to enjoy it a little while. If you list that, that's going to sell pretty quick. So,
oh yeah, my thoughts are when I need about $400 or $500, I'll just list it.
There you go. That's right. Oh, in the box, I guarantee you.
Yeah, it's just going to be worth more over time. So if I don't have to sell it, it's just an investment sitting on the shelf.
Well, you know how many in the box, in the plastic there are? Not that many.
Oh no, not compared to the number that were produced.
Mm-hmm. Chris Moose in the house. He says biscuit. What is up, Chris? Laura says busy but good. Glad to be here. We're glad to have you here. Don Flippin says want to trade?
Probably not.
It
all depends, though. I mean, we're eBayers, so whatever you got, we never know.
Always open to a good deal, right?
Yeah, that's the right deal.
Reselling with Woody's in the house. He says, "Sup, fam? What is up, buddy?"
Hey, buddy.
Chris Moose says, "What up, fellers?" That's a country word right there.
That's it. That's the way it is around here.
That's exactly right. Well, we got 18 people in here now. I guess we could start spilling some beans. We'll start first of all. We'll give ourselves a little plug for the meetup. If you're not familiar, and I'm sure most everybody in here probably is pretty familiar with what we're talking about, the Pickin the Plateau 2024 coming up August 2nd in Crossville, the weekend of the Highway 127 sale. And we're having the Pickin the Plateau Meetup, a meet and greet, and then a main event, and just time to spend with other resellers and just have a good time. Going to be good food, good fellowship, and a whole lot of fun. So we're looking forward to that. If you haven't got a ticket, they are down below. No, they're not. I don't think I put them in this. Did I?
They will be.
I did not. Well, they're on any other podcast, and we can try to link it here in a few minutes.
Yeah, they will be on the posting once we post it either way. We'll make sure it's in the description. So, and you can go back to any, like you said, of the other old podcasts, and Eventbrite has all the details. So whatever you maybe, if it's just tickets, you can read about the tickets and the event, the supporter packages, the sponsor packages, all that stuff is on there and tells you what it comes with. So anyone that's interested, just go over to Eventbrite and just check that out, go through the slides, and you can kind of see what's available.
Yeah, that's right. I guess we can hide that banner because the tickets are not available in the description right now. So
Yeah.
we'll keep that on. Oh man. And we got Archie says, hello, Chris and everyone. Sorry, I'm driving, so I can't really see the chat. So it's time to talk about Archie. If you got something to say, now's the time.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
just spoke to Archie a little bit before, and I know he had posted on Facebook. His mom had surgery today, and he said that she was doing well. But
Good.
just was glad to hear that. So anybody out there that praying folk, make sure you're praying for them. She's got a long recovery ahead.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mary McCain is so excited. Now I'm seeing her dancing to that song. I'm so excited.
Let's let her do the dancing, Caleb.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want me to.
Me either. Hey, I was trying to entertain my mom earlier. I was getting dinner ready, and I had a chicken casserole in the oven, but we had some leftover mac and cheese. I was warming up in the microwave, and I take it out every now and then and shake it, and I was kind of just acting goofy, but doing the same thing, acting a nut. You don't want to see it, but some things are better left at home.
That's exactly
Makes her
right.
laugh though, so it's worth it.
That's exactly right. Lucky Seven says 11 more to reach 1,000. We've been to 990 twice, and then we had one drop off, and another one, and then another one drop off, and it says be sure to give these guys a like, and please make sure to subscribe. Great people right here, folks.
Yeah.
I can hear him saying that, but I appreciate that. Yeah, we really appreciate that. If you're not subscribed, please. Archie says, you must have been preaching loud this week. Your voice is gone. Hey, my voice sounds good today. It sounds
That's actually
really
where
good.
the story starts, don't it? I mean,
Well,
for you,
yeah.
because of being sick, I'm saying
I
all those
didn't
events happening all at one time.
Yeah, I didn't get to go to church Sunday. Friday, I got sick, and Saturday I was sick all day. Sunday, I'm sick all day. In between all this, there's more, but I'm sick and I'm not able to talk. And this lasts all week. And last night I can't talk, and I'm feeling so bad. I didn't get to go to church last night. So if I had to have got up and done anything last night, I couldn't have. There's no way I couldn't string together 3 or 4 words. This is really a good voice right now.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be gone before it's all said and done. Laura says, got my ticket. Looking forward to being there again this year. We're excited. Just don't wear that Alabama shirt again.
Oh, wear it, please.
No,
please.
You can't encourage this.
Everything Alabama.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to get my
got you back.
UT suit, a whole suit, UT.
Hey, I do have a UT. I don't know if you can see it back there, but I got a UT bottle. Just thought it was cool. So, I put that out for you. It was up where it couldn't be seen. I thought, well, since my buddy there's a UT fan, I'll put it down there next to Bear. That way they can remind how many times they beat him. Yeah.
Bear was a good coach now, man. He was good. He was good. Then we got Woody says, hope your mom's doing good, Archie. Yeah, absolutely. Christine says, I'll pray for her. We appreciate that. Mary McCain's laughing at my dancing. Don Flippin says, what is the best practice for putting a camera up for doing videos? So give us a little bit more details. Are you talking about like podcast videos or like what sold videos? Because there is a difference. Archie says, thank you, Josh.
Oh, yeah, man.
Absolutely. Christine says, both are great guys. We appreciate that very much. Yeah. Pagram's Treasure says, hey, guys, hope everyone is doing great. We do for you too also.
Yes, sir.
Mary McCain says, I will definitely pray for her too. Appreciate that, Mary. Christine will be there in thought. I should not show this. I shouldn't. That is just wrong.
Thank you. Thank you.
Laura, have you ever been kicked out? Have you ever been kicked out of a live show before?
Oh, man. It won't happen. I'll bring her back in.
Oh, man. Oh, this is not right. The next one says, go Vols. That's right.
Yeah, we'll tolerate it. Tolerate it.
Don Flippin says, like podcast. Okay, so I have a Deps Tech, not Dipstick, but Deps Tech. I can't say it. DEPSTECH. I bought that on Amazon for like $40. It is a 1080p web camera, which this right here is not 1080p. What you see, it's what is it?
720.
720, because you have to pay for the big subscription plan on StreamYard if you want the full HD experience. But the camera is good. It's a good camera. And then you just I just got a tripod. It will sit on top of a monitor, but if your monitor shakes like that, it'll wiggle everything. So I have mine on a tripod. If I bump my table, you can see it wiggle. But it works really good, and that just hooks straight into your computer. You can use any microphone, USB microphone like Walmart sells. I have this, which is a Audio Technica, and I have a boom stand that attaches to my desk. And I probably just busted everybody's eardrums doing that.
No.
But this is $100 microphone and a $50 arm, and I've got a PA system. I've got a professional setup now that I found almost everything at a yard sale. So I did that because the podcast is a regular event and it works really, really good. But those plug and play mics work really good too. So you don't have to have the high dollar stuff.
Right.
But you can definitely do good with, like a $40 mic and $40 camera, and then you're ready to roll. You can get a free StreamYard subscription that you get like 5 hours a month, I think. And once you fill that up, you have to delete some old stuff. So yeah, absolutely. We can't wait to see what you got planned.
And mine's different. So I use my laptop. I've got an Apple MacBook, and so that's what I use for all of my streaming stuff. It works great for me so far. I haven't had anyone say anything or any complaints, so I'm assuming that everything's good. The picture always looks as good as everyone else's does to me, but now it's a newer model. I've only had it, I guess, about 6 months or so. So it's one of those things I kind of worked up to buying, and it's just served that dual purpose. I tried it out the first time that I was on a live, and it worked out really well. So I've just kind of stuck with that for now.
So you use the web camera on the Apple computer. Wow. That's a pretty good web camera right there.
Well, on the newer devices, it's kind of like the cameras on your phone. It's a really high end camera. So,
wow.
It does a good job. And there's a lot of people that, just so he knows, I'm trying to think. I know you had mentioned using your phone, but there's a lot of people that do all their podcasts and everything straight off of their phone. So you absolutely don't even have to buy any equipment at all to get started. And as long as you get you a stationary setup for your phone, where you can have it, in front of you, just in some kind of little tripod stand.
This guy right here,
all kinds of them.
That guy right there. That guy right there will clamp your phone. I use that for my whatnot shows. All 2 of them I've done, and it'll just it's on a boom stand, just a mic boom stand.
Yeah,
and it'll clamp your phone and hold it, and that right there would be all you'd have to have.
Right. And that's the thing. You don't, I try to tell people, I was going to say, I try to tell people that, that it's okay to go out and buy something if you want to, but for me, it's always been kind of, I want to see some benefit to it before I invest a lot of money. And
absolutely.
So, if I can make a pretty good quality product off of what I currently have, I'll stick with that until what I'm doing shows some promise. Before I start spending money to just accumulate items,
Absolutely. I remember the very first podcast we did. I bought the cheapest mic Walmart sold, like $20. It was just a little old On brand, the ONN brand, cheap. I had a webcam I had picked up at a yard sale. So it looked horrible and it didn't sound great. But like you said, who knows if you're going to make it to
right.
Next week will be episode 44, I think. So who would have, if I knew I would go that far, okay. But yeah, I'm not going to invest a lot right off the bat either.
Right.
We got Chris Easy Pickens in the house. What's up, buddy?
Chris?
Good to see you, man.
Oh yeah.
We've started a war. The only good orange is Clemson. Sorry, orange.
Oh man.
Can't agree with that one. Sorry.
That's just because they have an Alabama guy coaching them.
Uh-oh. Well, we had an Alabama guy coaching us, so Jeremy Pruitt, and he bombed out big time. What about that?
What about he was the wrong one. There's a difference between
Oh,
being from the state and being being a former player, you know.
I get you. I get you. Ban hammer them Tide fans. uh,
Oh man.
Bing G says, hello, Caleb and Josh.
Hey
How are you
PNG,
doing?
how's it going?
Archie says, thank you all so much. Means a lot. Absolutely, brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good
Laura
dude,
says,
Art
first
is.
time in a live show and maybe the last. You know, I'm just playing.
I don't know why he keeps wanting to
Laura is
threaten me,
awesome.
boy.
She's
Man.
been MIA for a little while on her channel. She has a great channel too, so I can't wait to see her get started back up. Let's see. Oh, Beard King Picker in the house. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Alex?
Man, we got catching up to do.
Oh yeah.
Caleb's starting to sound better as he goes. Super Caleb. I don't know about that. You know what's funny too? Logan showed me a video or a audio. He let me listen to it. It was Hank Hill singing a Nickelback song that "This Is How You
Oh
Remind Me."
man.
So I was thinking, I was like, I wonder if I could do that. Not right now, but
Right.
I thought that would be hilarious. I've
Oh
never tried
man.
to sing in Hank Hill voice. I may have to try
Yeah,
that.
that would be definitely interesting.
It sounds so cool. Like it's got to be computered done, but it sounds really cool. Don says, thought about using my phone for yard sales, but I have a webcam and a mic for the podcast. I would not recommend using your phone for yard sales. And this is why we tried it. And well, I guess I should say our phone did not work real good because it was just like shaky as could
Yeah.
be. So when I bought the GoPro, sorry, I'm gonna turn my heat off. It's getting a little warm in here. But when I bought the GoPro, man, that thing was like leaps and bounds, millenniums ahead of the phone.
Right.
So it's definitely a good investment to make. If you think you're going to do it, I'm not saying don't try it, maybe try it a couple times, but if you're not willing to hold the phone right in front of you as you go, as steady as you can do it,
Yeah.
it's going to be bad quality. Or that's my experience. I can only speak to my experience.
Well, for me, it's just too hard to look stuff up.
It is hard to look stuff
Yeah.
up and do everything you're doing all at the same
Right.
time. Shane Soda City Flips is in the house. What's up, Shane?
He's not going to read the comment. Evidently, he don't.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah.
I'm
Look at these young,
yeah.
handsome fellas on screen. Sorry, I just seen his name. I guess I'm not used to that being about me. I'm sorry.
I know. I mean, I appreciate that. It's usually just my wife or my mom that says that. So.
Oh no, Lucky Seven, Nathaniel Clemson here too.
I'll overlook it.
I will too. I'll overlook it too.
I do
He
like
says,
that, though.
I'm not into football. My wife loves Clemson. So I guess I'm a Clemson fan too.
Guess he's trying to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That is exactly what it sounds like. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I've got people, my family, asking me questions over here. I guess contractors want to be paid, don't they?
I mean, you don't have anything going on, nothing important.
I'm kind of spilling the beans a little bit there.
Yeah.
Shane says Gamecocks. I mean, I will root for SEC as long as it's not against Tennessee, but I won't root for Florida. Boo, the Florida Gators. Boo. Won't root for them.
Man.
Behold and Resold is here. How's it going, buddy?
Nice.
Hey, news. Laura's dropped some news on us. Working on an update. I hope to have it finished in the next couple of days. That's going to be awesome.
Deal. Good
awesome.
Deal.
If you guys are not subscribed to her, last time I checked, she was like high 400s, which is a crime. That girl's really likable and as sweet as they get. She needs to be at a K. Like she needs to be there. So if you're not subscribed to her, absolutely go sub to her because she is awesome. Except for the Alabama stuff. She's awesome. Pegram says, I will say that I've been to a good number of college games, and my favorite place was Tennessee. The atmosphere is awesome there. It is awesome there. It's I've been to 3 or 4,
Yeah.
And I've been, probably 15 rows back from the field, and I've been plumb up at the top, and it's not bad either way. And that place will hold 105,000 people or something.
Yeah.
So that's saying something if you can get that many people in there and it's still not bad seats.
Yeah, especially if you can get that many in there to watch a team that wins like 6 games. That's
We'll see what happens. Well, hey, what happened last year? We did better.
oh, no, they've been
We'll see
a
what
lot better, all kidding
happens.
aside. They've been doing a
Hey,
lot
the
better.
recruiting is going to be
Yeah.
killer this year.
It's they're trending up.
Sorry about the coughing, guys. I just can't help it.
We talk about that sometimes, but they really are trending up. They're probably going to be one of the I mean, I know they looked for him last year, but that new quarterback they got, I mean, I'm interested to see how that's going to go.
Oh,
He
yeah,
looked good in that little bit of time he got in the bowl game, so
he did.
we'll see.
John Flippin says phone has auto level. That may work good for you. Mine was a cheaper phone. I doubt it. The one I got now is a little better,
Yeah.
but
All you can do is try it. Take it with you one day and
give it a
try
shot.
it, and then download it and take a look at it and see what you think.
Alex says, I want to buy a new GoPro for yard sales. Hey, I've got a GoPro 5 in the store, and it's new in the box. I know that's not the new one you're talking about. Do you know those things sell for like $500? It's crazy. Still rocking the GoPro 4 silver. Oh my gosh, that would be new to you.
I hear you.
Wow. That is crazy.
Well, I've got an 11, but that's only because I didn't have one at all till I started doing videos. So,
I have a 9 because it was the same exact thing. It was the best deal I could find.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I think mine was like, I think I got it for less than 4. It's like 350, maybe something like that. It was on sale, and it was only like $50 more than getting the 10, which was the only other one in the store at the time when I went to Best Buy. So,
when I looked at them, it was 9, 10, and 11 was out, and the only difference was like a little bit of quality, not a lot of quality as far as picture quality, but stabilization was about the only main difference. And when I got to looking, I was like, I don't feel like I should spend another $150 just for that. So I was good with the 9. And I mean, the 9 will shoot in 4K and all that. So can't complain about that.
right.
Let's see.
Got some coffee talk going on.
Yeah. He says, use your phone and drink coffee. That I don't drink coffee.
Oh, man.
And Alex says, no. I'm going to agree with no. Okay. He said yes to coffee. Boo. Boo coffee, boo tea, boo everything except Dr. Pepper.
Hey, coffee is my must, man. And we're not talking about, I mean, I apologize ahead, anybody that's a fan of Starbucks and stuff, but that's like in the South, look, the way I was raised up, I hope nobody takes offense to this, but those are like sissy drinks, when you get all those squirts and stuff in it, I mean, I make my coffee in a stainless steel pot on the stove at steel perch, I don't even use a drip pot.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up the old fashioned way, and that's how I still do things. So I will buy whole beans sometimes because, man, those fresh whole beans when you grind them at home are some good stuff.
Absolutely. I love the smell.
Oh yeah, man. There's nothing
smell.
like coffee perking in the morning on the stove. Oh,
I mean, when I worked at Walmart, I worked there for like 2 years, and it was back in the day when they still had the coffee grinding aisle. And man, you talk about smelling so good. I love the smell. And I would try to drink it, but I don't know. I just couldn't stand the smell doesn't match the taste.
Well, I will say this: not all coffee is created equal. I'll take any coffee above no coffee, but not every coffee is the same. Not every grind is the same. Like the different grinds are different places it's grown. They all have a different flavor. Just black coffee, it varies quite a bit, the flavor profile, and some I don't like as well as others. But I do like it.
Shane says phone for video and comping at the same time. No, thank you. GoPro for me in the field. I'm going to have to concede yes.
Same way, Shane.
Look at
Well,
who's in the house
looky
now.
there.
Looky
What's up,
there. What
buddy?
is this nonsense going on in here? What is up, buddy?
That's all we know how to do is nonsense.
He knows that. I mean,
Professionals.
professional nonsensors.
Uh,
That's all I've ever been good at. Good to see you, buddy.
oh yeah.
Good to have the old school picker in the house. Did I miss somebody? Because
Did we miss?
hey,
He said
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Who is Jimmy? Did I miss a Jimmy? I'm lost here. Well, anyway, B Pickin says, "Hey, Peps." I'm figuring that means peeps. I'm not up on my young
Shane
person
said,
lingo.
Shane says, "Oops, not Jimmy."
Who's not Jimmy?
Yeah.
Okay, now it makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
You sent us scrolling, man.
Yeah. Not old school flipper, old school
Yeah.
picker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so okay. You gotta give me just a second here.
All right.
I'm doing something.
Miss Shane, you noob.
You know me, I can't
No.
type and
No, you're
talk
good.
and do anything at the same time. But okay, we may have a surprise here in a minute.
Corey's in here too. It's mostly just conversation. But Corey, what's up, buddy?
Don Flippin says, "So what GoPro then for starting?" Just honestly, what we was saying, whatever one suits your budget, because they're all expensive. As far as, I mean, you ain't going to get one for $50 or nothing like that.
Right.
And if you do, I'm going to be really jealous. But you're probably going to spend $250 ish. So if you get anything, 8, 9 or above, you're going to be fine. Really good. And even if you go a little bit older than that, you're probably going to be just fine anyway. So it's a feeling you can't get anywhere else. Go Vols. That's right. Thank you so much.
Oh man, I don't like feeling sad.
Then you should transition and become a fan, and you won't be sad anymore.
Hey, did you see our guys that transferred out? Some of them are transferring back in. we had an offensive lineman transferred out to Iowa. He was there for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and now he's entered the transfer portal coming back. Crazy.
I mean, are you surprised?
No, not based on where he went. But
Chris says, "Hello, all, man. We're glad to have you in here tonight."
You bet, man.
I think I'm getting close to caught up. Shane says, "I saw old school. LOL. That's all I saw."
Yeah.
Carter knows the score. He said, "Hello, hello,
That's
hello."
good.
Corey said, "What's up, fellas? What is up, Corey?" Luck says, "I got new 12 black for $350. I bet he meant 12 black, I guess.
Yeah.
At Electronic Express.
Yep.
Grams is, oh boy, we better shape up right now. Teresa's in here.
That's big stuff,
Yeah, we got Teresa in here. We high town now. We're uptown. Shane says, "Corey, why are you everywhere I am?" Because Corey's just that good. Okay. He is just that good.
Man.
Be picking Caleb trying to make a sale. Always trying to make a sale. Always.
I'm surprised it ain't sold.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble. If Josh could have, he would have stayed with a flip phone.
Oh. That's a fact. That's a fact.
For those of you that don't know, this is Josh's wonderful wife, Casey.
Yeah.
Spilling beans.
Amazing. Yeah, she's amazing. Seriously though, I didn't have a phone till I was like, I've had one maybe, it's not even been 10 years. I was like 34 or 35 the first time I got a phone. And I had a flip phone, and I carried that thing, man. I carried it till it wouldn't even work. I mean, it wouldn't hold a charge for like 5 or 6 years. And so I'm just on my, I guess technically my third smartphone, because I had one replaced that got stolen with the insurance policy. But yeah, so I'm slowly catching up.
Hillbilly Mountain Picker says, "Good day, all. How you doing?"
Up?
See, I knew there was a really good reason I like Teresa. She is with me on the coffee, no coffee. But she does drink diet Dr. Pepper. Now I can respect that. Diet, I can handle diet Dr. Pepper, especially over coffee. Definitely over coffee.
We've got a Diet Dr. Pepper in the fridge I just got a few minutes ago. So I mean
Oh,
we keep that around too. But man, in the mornings, it's nothing like a hot cup of coffee.
okay, if you say so.
Well, for me,
uh, Alex wants the newest GoPro with the vlogging setup. I didn't know there was such a thing.
yeah. Oh, they're getting fancy, man.
Nathaniel says that's awesome. Chris is dropping bombs in here, man. Hello, hello, hello to all. Miss all you guys.
I hear it, man.
Yeah, we miss you too. Corey and Teresa, I'm addicted to the Transformer
Oh
situation.
man,
Can't
me
wait for the
too.
next
Me
update.
too.
Archie says.
Me too. That's
Shane
a
says
crazy story, man.
coffee, sweet tea, Coke Zero, whiskey. That's all I need. Do you mix all that together? Because that would be interesting.
That'd be
That
hot.
that would be one hot drink. Let me tell you.
You wouldn't know if he was up or down.
That's for sure.
Uh,
B. Pickens says coffee where you can cut it with a knife. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Son.
Some of my older relatives, my uncles, they grew up and my granddad, he would put chicory in with the coffee. And so some of them still did that. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but it's like a root that they grind up. It's similar to coffee, but they would add that in with the coffee. And I mean, that stuff, man, it looked like tar. It was just, oh, I couldn't handle that now.
Wow. All them old timers, man, they had all that knowledge about that stuff.
Yep.
I don't know nothing about that stuff. Corey said, hopefully it will be good news eventually.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hope so for you guys. That's it's over $1,000, they had in that.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Old school, love making percolated coffee and old percolator. That's the way I'm assuming he's saying the way he does it.
Yep.
Same
here, buddy.
So I'll make it taste like candy. That's the
Uh-oh.
only way I could ever drink it was with sugar in it, and it had to be a lot of sugar, like this
Chris
much
makes
coffee.
that sissy coffee. I'm gonna have to get him.
Yeah. Chris the Stranger, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. Absolutely. Alex likes creamer with a splash of coffee. Archie, I've never had coffee in my life, only coffee candy, and love it. Wow. Oh, man, I'm trying to catch up on this. Shane, who is Jimmy? LOL. No, I'm dumb, he said. Alex says facts.
The truth is spoken. Oh, my goodness.
What he said, my son gave me 2 bags of coffee beans. I hand ground them. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Nathaniel, just watching some March Madness.
It's
Old school picker. I have it on too. My nephew goes to Colorado State, so I'm rooting for them right now. Man, I'm trying hard to catch up on all. Is there GoPro attachments that will clip onto my beard? Probably. Backpack clip will work.
You guys,
winner of the game plays the winner of Tennessee. Hey, Chad, the quirky picker. What's up, buddy? Alex, just have Chloe film it from a few feet away. 1 foot flippers in the house. What is up? What's happening? All right. We got a man. Oh,
yeah.
A lot of comments.
I know, right?
People. I'm trying. Let's see.
I might have to skip down a little bit.
Yeah. Chris remembers making free calls after 8. Oh, yeah, that was good times. Oh, my goodness. Rozilla's in the house. What is up, buddy? All right. Yeah, I'm going to skip down a little bit and try to catch up with what is currently happening. Simply Shenanigans. What's going on? Jeff Anderson. Evening, folks. Picking Professor just finished grading and now to serious business. There you go. How many more? Oh, my gosh. Wow, Shane, weirdo. Yeah. All right. Now, on to bigger.
We got Jeff Anderson.
I thought I read that, didn't I?
Did you? I might have missed you reading it. I'm sorry. I was trying to catch up too. My bad.
Okay, so I will make this announcement, and then we've got a surprise waiting in the wings. But some of you know this. Josh knows this. Nathaniel knows this. OSP knows this. A few more of you know this because I threw it on Facebook and forgot that, half of the people that watch me are friends with me on Facebook. I was trying to hold this knowledge back until I was 100% sure, and I'm like 95% sure. I mean, it's happening. It's just working out the details now. So you guys are going to no longer see me in this shed very much longer. Now, I'm not quitting, if you think that might be what I'm talking about. I'm not quitting eBay, but we are selling our house. And we put in an offer on another house, and we were accepted, and we're in the financing of it right now. So that is supposed to close in about a month. And we're super excited, but the shed is staying here. So this shed, I love this shed. I really love this shed, but it's not going to be here, or it's going to stay here, and I'm going to go away. So somebody's going to get this really nice shed with the purchase of the home, and they're going to get the other shed. And the plan, hopefully, good Lord willing, is we're going to build basically what you built, Josh. You gave me this idea. Basically, I mean, I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying.
I find it ironic how quickly all this took place after I sent him pictures of my new building.
I said, Tanya, we got to find a house now with land, with room to build a shed now.
Oh, man.
But no, we're going to try to build a 24 by 48-ish in that range metal shed, metal building, insulated, wired, actually have a full heating and air system in it. I mean, the works, like a couple of roll-up doors where we can back in and unload, and a 1,200 square foot workspace. So, yeah, everybody that's saying congratulations, thank you. We're excited. If I can get it pulled up here in a minute, I'll pull up a picture of the house. But here's another surprise. We just threw out an invite to her. This is her first time live ever. Well, it said I added her. Where's she at? Oh, here we go. Right there. What is up, Laura?
Hey
this
guys.
Is LKG. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Sorry if the video is shaky. I could not find my little tripod anywhere, which tells you how much videoing I've been doing lately. But
okay.
Yes, I'm just kind of holding my phone while I'm talking, and I'm nervous. First time, so
nervous.
Oh, all right.
Nervous about hanging out with a couple of idiots like us.
Oh.
So I'm excited about this update video I read. Any more details on that?
So it's probably going to be about a 10-minute video, not long. I don't want to spoil it too much because then nobody will go watch it. But it's just a little bit of an update. My last video was uploaded October 25th, and that was longer than I realized it had been. So I thought, well, I need to just do something because I started losing a couple of subscribers. Not many. I'm still at 465 or 467. Wow. So yeah, still in the upper 400s. But just kind of explaining what's been going on lately, why I've kind of been off the scene for a little while, and what's currently going on and what I hope will be going on in the near future.
I'm excited. Can't wait. And I'm excited too because you're coming to the meetup.
Yes, sir. As soon as I saw it, I started making plans.
That's awesome. For those of you that don't know, Laura, I mean, how far did we say we was apart, Josh? Like 5 hours?
I think it was like 4.5.
4.5 hours?
Yeah.
So like Laura is probably like an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes from me. So, and she's heading your way. So she's even closer to you too than I am. But so Laura's semi-local to me.
Yeah.
We don't live too far away. But yeah, it's awesome to have you in here tonight. And I don't know what you got to be nervous about. We're just
that's just me. But I do appreciate the invite. I was excited when I saw that come through. So I appreciate it. And congratulations on the house situation. That's awesome.
Man.
I don't know if I'm going to see if I can, you two talk for a minute. I'm going to see if I can find a picture of it. No pressure. Go ahead and talk.
Oh, you're good. So let's talk some reselling. How about that? How have your sales been doing?
Not that great, unfortunately, but that's just because I haven't been taking care of my store at all.
Gotcha.
Just from life, which some of that will be in the update video too. But they're slowly but surely picking up. So
yeah, that's good. I know I've got a lot going on too, and so my sales tend to directly reflect kind of how much time I'm putting in. You know, the more I list, of course, the more I sell. I know a lot of people have talked about. I was thinking back, I watched the reseller locker room today, and Chris did the rant at the end, and he was talking about us people complaining about eBay, you know, but I think a lot of it still is kind of what we do more than it is anything else.
I do agree.
They're selling plenty of stuff. We may have to change strategies, but it's fixable if you're willing to put in the work.
I completely agree with that. So I'm not up to date with the podcast since you've been coming on, but how long have you been reselling?
So it's been since January of 2021 for me. That's when that's when I started listing for the first time. I actually started like buying. I did all the prep work. So for about a year and a half before that, I was kind of prepping, studying, watching videos. I got the separate bank account set up, did everything I needed to do. I hit the garage sale season that fall, started building inventory, that kind of stuff, so that I could really hit the ground running in January. And so I've been going since then, but now I've been around it all my life. And I know some of these guys in here have heard this, but my dad started when eBay was kind of pretty new, and it was kind of his thing. He did in retirement, and he made enough. Him and my sister-in-law kind of worked together on it, and they made enough to pay like all the utilities and house payments and stuff like that. Within probably 6 months to a year, they had it built up that much, and they did that for quite a while. So, I mean, I was watching it, and I went with them some, so I was very familiar, just didn't do it myself until the last few years.
I understand that. I didn't have quite that approach. I started at the end of July 2022. And just hit the ground running. I only watched videos for about 3 months before I decided, this is what I'm going to do. And actually, Chris, Old School Picker, his brother-in-law, him and his wife, they go to our church, and we're friends with them. And I was over at his house. We were over there for just hanging out one evening, and I heard that first cha-ching. And that's what got me on there. And so so I did the same thing, got a separate bank account, bought just a few supplies, bought a postage scale and a thermal printer and just a few basics, and hit 127. Highway 127 was my first sourcing event in 2022. And so picked up some stuff and just kept rolling along with it after that.
Talk about jumping in head first.
Yeah.
Wow. I know, right? And maybe there's more people with that story than I realize. Maybe it's just me. Like, I'm so apprehensive. I'm scared usually to try anything like that. Like, even though when I want to, it's just like, I have to really build myself up to take that step. Even doing it just, on the side, like I was to begin with, it was huge. And then, man, we talked about, what we were going to do if, as far as with the situation with my mom, and whether it be my wife or me come home, and be here more. We talked about that for over a year because we could see it coming, and we just wouldn't commit. And then it's like, I was planning on going back to work, and then it was like 2 weeks before school started, and we woke up one morning, we were chatting before she left to go to work, and it was like, I was still out for the summer. Like, well, this is what we need to do. So I called and made my trip to the central office, and it happened really fast. So,
okay,
cool,
I have a picture. You ready?
Let's see it.
This is the house. So on the left side, you see the the left side is an addition that they was finishing, and the outside has been completely finished since this picture was taken. But yeah, this is the property we're buying, and it's on the other side of town. I'll actually be a little bit closer to you, Laura, because it's on down on that end of town, going towards you. But we're super excited. And if you see over, I don't know if you can see my mouse right over here.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to clear some of this out and possibly put the building back in here. So you'll drive up right in here and that will be the eBay shed back in there. So until that gets built, I don't completely know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may have to work out of a storage unit for a little while. I don't know. I don't completely know what I'm going to do yet, but I'll make it happen somehow. But yeah, that's the house. We're very excited about that. And I'm trying to stop sharing. There we go. All right. That's better.
Yep. It's really nice though. It's cool. The property around it's really nice too. I know they haven't seen that. It's nice. Yeah.
We fell in love with it. We went and looked. I think it was last Friday. This all happened really fast. So I'll give you my week, right? My week, Friday, we was going to look at this thing, and I start feeling sick. We went and looked. We fell in love with it. We put in an offer about 30 minutes after we left. That's the way we do it. We just now, like there ain't no waiting around here. We just gonna do it. So we put in the offer, and that night at about 8 o'clock, they counter offered. They accepted our offer, but the only thing they couldn't accept was they had already sold their dining room table, and they couldn't give it to us because we tried to buy that in the offer. So they had to counter offer and say no table available. So they took the offer. So Saturday I'm really sick. Sunday I'm really sick. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I'm sick this whole week. Today I feel pretty good, but I can't talk very good. And it was the biggest week I've had on eBay in a year while I'm sick. I'm running almost a $500 a day average right now in the last week to 10 days. We had 50 packages over the weekend, and I mean, it about killed me and Tanya both. And I don't know if it's what I did that spurred it, but listen, I haven't listed anything in a week and a half. Nothing. Today was my first day listing anything, and I listed like 8 items. And it's because of everything that's been going on. I have not had no time to list. So I turned on the offsite ads. Everybody's seen that probably, where they'll send you, well, I got a thing saying, here's $100 credit, try this. And I'm like, if they're going to give me $100, I could try it at least up to $100 and see what happens. You know, I mean, if I don't do anything and I lose $100, it's not my $100, it's eBay's $100. So I'll give it a try. I turned it on. I had a sale before I left, and I had to go to Tanya's work. And I was at her work for like 30, 40 minutes, and there was 8 sales while I was at her work. It just kept going off, and I'm like, this thing's going to blow up. We ended up with 25 sales that day, and that's way, way above my average. Now, that's not all I did. I turned on a sale, 25% off of up to like $70 in our store. The reason I did it, I don't say it in the video today, and I don't talk about the house in the video today because I wasn't 100% sure Sunday night what was going to happen. I mean, I knew they accepted our offer and everything, but it was still in the very preliminary, you know, you don't want to say too much and overpromise and underdeliver. So I didn't talk about it. Well, now I've done forgot what I was going to say. This is the true Two Old Guys Reselling podcast, by the way. We forget mid-sentence what we're going to say.
But anyway, not old guys specific.
Yeah, I know it's old anybody, right? But yeah, we done all that, and I could not. I mean, I was just like up and down. We're trying to clean up our house while I'm sick. My son's sick. Tanya's sick. We're all down, and we're trying to clean up our house and get it ready for pictures to be listed. I mean, all this is going on this whole week. eBay's blowing up. We're all sick, trying to get the house listed, all this. So I'm tired. If it don't come across just exactly right, I am very tired. Thank you, Chad Wolfman Goodies, for the $5 super chat. We appreciate you so much. You ain't got to do that, but we really appreciate that. See, we bring Laura on and they start giving us money. This is
Wolfman's one of the nicest guys out there, buddy.
He is. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I need to go support him.
Paige said, "Don't let my wife see that house. Ours is barely bigger than that thing on the side." Oh, wow. The thing on the side is going to be probably Logan's bedroom. I was going to try to steal it for eBay until we had the metal building built, but now I'm probably getting outvoted on that one. So it's probably not going to be mine for any time. And just because we want to get it finished, it does need the wiring finished, which I can have that done in a little bit. Then throw the insulation in, the sheetrock up and floor it, and it's done. So, and then Logan will have a 400 square foot bedroom, like a little apartment.
You may be able to have one of those pods they drop, kind of like this, kind of like having your own storage unit on site.
Hey, that's a good
idea.
They
drop and they can have picked back up, just rent one for a few months and move it into that for the time being.
That's not
a bad have a place to film and stuff, but you'll have your storage down.
That is not a bad idea. I may think about doing that. Good idea. Hey, by the way, if anybody was wondering, listen, when I say I've had a week, Josh knows all about this stuff, man. I'm so stupid sometimes. I had the craziest week, right? So in the midst of all this, it's really not a good time to try to do a store reset, delete all your items.
Oh, yeah.
And sell similar all your items. I'm going through, I'm doing 200 at a time, checking everything, selling similar until I finally end them. And I deleted them before I even sold them as similar. So I lost 200. If you want to know how to kill your momentum, let me tell you how. All you got to do is delete your items and it will kill all your momentum.
He said that was his new inventory reduction strategy.
I'm trying to shrink it down. I'm getting all of it all at one time. Oh, yeah. But I mean, I was sitting here and I was just kind of, doing this number, swimming around in my head. And I'm like, I'm not listening. I've got to do this. I've got to do some sell similar. This is the only way. Click, 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 back and forth. And boom, I killed them all. I'm like, I'm sitting here going, I'm going to have to inventory everything in here now to find these 200 items because I don't have them recorded any other way. I have them on a spreadsheet, but you know how long that would take? So guess who's going to go through every tote?
Oh, man.
And all their racks before long.
Good Lord.
Oh, yeah.
At least you're having to move it anyway. That does help a little bit. Like all the loose stuff, I mean, it'll be easy enough to check since you're having to move it and box it to get it to the new place.
Look here. Y'all were blowing up. Y'all were sick, and some guy kept messaging you. Yeah. You wasn't the only one. Nathaniel was messaging me. You was messaging me at one time, which I was just sitting in my chair like, no big deal. But yeah, I've just been like, I'm just going to delete it all. Just start over. No, I'm not really. But, when you do something stupid, I told Tanya, I'm like, I've not done anything that stupid in a long time, so I guess I'm allowed one every now and then, I guess. I don't know. Paige says, I'm pretty sure I lost a couple of thousand listings on my card store once. Oh, God.
Good grief, man.
Someone is going to get a lot of bonus stuff when I liquidate that store. Yeah.
I hear you, Paige.
It's an awful feeling. Like,
man,
I don't know.
I've done it on a single item, but never that many at one time. So,
well, my thoughts was, my thought was I've got so much momentum going with this sale, with these ads or whatever it was that was making me do good or whatever. And I thought if I do this reset, maybe that'll help it even more. Maybe it would if you didn't delete everything, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, I don't know. Just one of them things. It's no biggie. I messaged Josh and I told him about the whole week. And I'm like, my answer to all of it was, I'm sick. I messed up a bunch of listings, this, that, and the other, all this negative, and then I'm sure there's a few more things I've already forgot about. And I said, but I'm glad at the end of the day, I can sit down and say, God is good. That I'm glad about. Even if if I would have deleted the whole store, guess what? It's just work. Just get back to work and just fix it, and you'll have it right back. So it is what it is, but I ain't too worried about it.
And that was, I thought that was ironic because, you sent me that message, and at the end of it, you referenced that song, God Is Still Good. And that was on Monday. I messaged him back. I said, our kids sang that for the first time at church as a special Sunday night. And we rarely ever have anything recorded. My wife will record me sometimes. That's why those things are on Facebook. But one of the parents recorded them singing and had posted it. So I sent it to Caleb, and I thought, man, that's just the way God works. It's ironic sometimes.
It is.
Absolutely. Roman's in the house. He said, I will start really old guy podcast because I am much older than both Caleb and Josh. Hello, everyone.
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure about that.
Oh, man. I'm just trying to catch up.
The really old guy podcast. He kills me.
Really old guy podcast. Yeah.
Roman's awesome.
He's funny.
He is. He is.
I was watching him with his back when Ken and Jimmy was still doing the reseller clickbait together, and Roman come on there, and he was just like, he's a hoot, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's funny. Okay. Sentimental Connection has a good question. Would the deleted listings show under unsold? Yes, they would. And that is how you redo them as a sell similar. After I do a sell similar, I delete the unsolds. That way I'm not crossing over. I deleted the unsolds before I put them back in as a sell similar. That's the problem. And guess what? I went all through eBay because they have reports like of old stuff. You can't find that. When you do that, it's gone. It's gone. I was like, oh, well, it is what it is. Me and Woody will start the tornado podcast. There you go. That'd be a tornado. Wow. Priscilla said, I thought that lag was on my end.
Maybe they can
always talk like this.
Yeah. They need to see if they can get Harry to go spinning across the yard like Taz when they do that.
There you go. That's funny. Oh, man. So what else was I going to talk about? I don't even know. I literally walked into the shed at like 2 minutes till, popped in. I'm like, I have no idea, because we got the house ready, but the only thing that was not done was the hallway. So we had some folks redoing our hallway, and they were still here. Tanya's in there, and I'm like, okay, got to go. And I shoo them right out here, and here we are. So, yeah, it was crazy. Oh, man, you didn't have to do that, Chris. $20, man. Thank you so much. That's sweet of you. You said, got to run, guys. Josh, make sure Caleb shares this. He never gave me a dime. I still don't have it. I still don't have it. Yeah. That money is still tied up in AdSense.
Yeah.
When I get it, Chris, we're going out to eat. That's all I got to say. Going out to eat. It said it's supposed to come through sometime at the end of this month, so we'll see. But thank you. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate it. Anytime Picker says, I just subbed to you guys from 2 of my burner accounts, so you have $9.92. Thank you. That is awesome.
Appreciate it, buddy. Anything we can do to get over the hump.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like it took forever to get here, and now that we're right on the verge, it's like, oh, no, just kidding. You're not getting there. So, that's so funny. How many times did we hit 990 and then drop back down?
Oh, 3? It's been a lot. Yeah, it's been a lot.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just happy to be here. After this week, I'm just happy to be here. That's all I got to say. Roman says, I am also close to 1K. I will get there next year. Oh, goodness. What's your worst sale of the week? Chad asked that. I've had plenty of bad sales, and the reason I have is because I've sold a bunch of cheap stuff that when you put a 25% sale on in your store and you've got stuff in there for $9.99 regular price, and then you throw a 25% sale on, and that's free shipping. You was only making $3-4 on it already, and now you're making like 50 cents. Yeah, I've had plenty of bad ones. But it's okay because I want to get rid of that stuff. I wanted that stuff to go away. You know, like some of the Funko Pops I had that wasn't worth nothing but $10. It's time to get them gone, make space. And one reason I done it was to try to get this cut down as much as possible. Because all these totes, if I can stack these totes together, man, that's one carry out, not 15 or 20. So I've had plenty of bad sales and plenty of good sales. I can't complain. I think I've had 2. Yeah, I've sold 2 things during this show. Publishers Clearinghouse Bank diecast and some Super Mario toys. And I got a question. That's good. Oh man. 1,000 subs. Did we hit 1,000?
Serious?
Well, I mean, he's saying 1,000 subs. Is he saying that about?
I don't know.
Let's see.
That's interesting though.
I'm going to go look. Holy cow! It says 1,000. How did that happen?
I think we got all those burner accounts we've been begging for.
You have like 15 accounts there, Paige, or what? Holy cow!
Wow.
Wow. What am I doing?
So we'll have to do this again next week now, right?
Yeah, we said we would.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if we hit it, hey, 1,001. Well,
Nice.
however that happened, thank you. Whoever just done
Yeah.
that. Thank you so much.
Seriously.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Hit 1,000 subs, got a couple of super chats. It's a pretty good show.
Paige said I do have like 10 accounts.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. I've got like 5, Paige. I've used mine to help a lot of people too.
Where does he say that? I got to catch up. I do have like 10 accounts. Wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And don't forget to sub to Laura's channel too. I put that back in the chat. So anybody that hasn't subbed already, go over and give her a sub.
Yeah, absolutely.
For that video.
And come meet her. Since she's coming to the podcast, there's going to be a really nice person there. So not saying anything bad about Shane and Alex and Ben. Sorry. Josh and Laura's nice. So there you go. Her channel is LKG329 Sales.
And we're Bama fans.
That's right. That's all that matters. Right?
Everybody's got their downfalls, folks. Everybody's
I always tell people it takes the crimson blood, wash you white as snow.
Oh, come on.
I mean, it's got to be God's team, right?
You went there. You went there.
I go there all the time, man.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to link. Roman said, what's her channel? I'm going to go down here and link it, Roman, in the chats right quick. That way, anybody that's not subbed can do so. There it is.
Don't expect a ton of content on a consistent basis yet.
That's all right. Corey says, guess this means you officially beat the Reseller Clickbait podcast. Congratulations, guys. Thank you, Corey. I guess so. I mean, Paige could come over there and give you guys 50 subs too.
Yeah, we got to get them there too, though.
Oh, they're going to get there. They got a good show. They got a good show over there.
Oh, yeah.
What does she like to sell? There's you a question, Laura. What do you like to
sell? I think by far my favorite are the Magnavox VCR DVD combo players with the recording capability.
Yes, they're all.
I can find those at estate sales for $10-15 a piece. I've only had one that I bought that didn't work, and I'll sell those for $90 and $100 each. And being at an estate sale, typically they're pretty clean already.
Mm-hmm.
But those are absolutely my favorite. And don't guess this is really one of my favorite things to sell, but I sell a lot of glassware plates and canisters and stuff. I've got to where I do enjoy the canisters, but it's always a risk when you chip something so breakable.
Oh yeah.
I bought out at my little thrift store here in town. I mean, we're a small town, but there's this little small thrift store there. They do like the rehab meetings and stuff like on Thursday nights. It's run by a Christian family in a local church. And so they got this huge collection of the old mushroom, stuff. I forget what it's called exactly, but you know what I'm talking about, the mushroom canisters and salt and pepper shakers. I mean, it had everything: contact paper, the paper towel roller. There's probably like 12 sets of salt and pepper shakers. It's still sitting in boxes in my garage. I mean, it sells great and it's worth a lot of money, but I just dread the idea of having to ship them when I sell them. So, but I got to get.
So far, I've only had one that got damaged during shipping.
Wow.
And I thought it was my fault with the way that I packaged it, but the buyer ended up saying, no, it looks like it got hit and something penetrated the box and broke them. And it was a $75 set.
Oh, wow.
So I offered them a partial refund because it was 4 canisters, 2 broke, 2 were still good. I said, hey, would you be willing to do a partial? And they said, yeah. So didn't have to receive broken inventory back.
Yeah, absolutely. Paige said somebody just gave him a bunch of oil lamps. I'm dreading those.
Man, I understand.
Yeah, that's like the most fragile thing in the world. I've got a couple of them, not oil lamps, but they're like the same glass thickness.
That little thin glass, yeah.
Yep, they're really thin. Mm-hmm. And I've had them for probably a year. They're not listed because I'm afraid of them. I know we can pack them. We've packed stuff like that before, but it's just like, I don't know.
I just hate packing stuff like that though. And I need to quit buying it because but I have trouble. I mean, if you know it's a good deal and you can make money on it, it's hard not to buy it. But then I do find the longer I do it, that there's certain things that I will avoid listing over and over. And like I've got one of those oil lamps like you're talking about. I cleaned the thing up like a month ago. It's still sitting beside the sink in the kitchen. I cleaned it up. I mean, I got it looking nice, and it has just sat there because I know when I list it, there's a chance I'm going to have to pack it and ship it. Yeah. So it's just sitting there. I mean, it looks nice. It don't look out of place, but it's just like, I just don't want to mess with it.
Mm-hmm. Good night, Hillbilly Mountain Picker.
Good night, buddy.
Glad to have you in here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it.
Paige said he don't even know how to store them without boxing them up first. Yeah,
I get that.
The happy pickers in the house. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Good to see Lori.
That's awesome. What's your second best thing to sell? We'll just give that question to Laura too, since the first one was for you.
Let's see. I guess it would be vinyl records.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, just for the simple fact that some of the estate sellers that I've kind of got a rapport with now, I can get them for pennies a record. And I think it was last year, Chris Moose said that I would sell anything even for $1.99 because I've got vinyl records. And if they're still playable, but they're not in great condition, they're in like the lowest rating above fair. I sell those for $1.99 if they're not a good record. But I had one sale where I spent like $40, got nearly 200 records, and I've made probably $120 in profit on it already, and I still haven't sold the whole thing yet.
What I did last time, I said I wasn't buying no more records. I told Tanya I'm not buying no more because I just don't want to. And I bought more, so I lied. But what I did on my last set, because I had like a tote full, I probably had 200 of them. And same thing, yard sale. I asked the woman, I said, what would you take for all the records? There was like 50. She come out with like $30. I said, would you do 20? Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'll take them. Because you got nothing in them really much at all. And I've started lotting them together. Like if mine are only worth, like $2, $3, $4, something like that, I'll make a lot of maybe 3 or 4. Try to make it worth like $10, $12, $15, somewhere in that range. And that seems to work out pretty good. I've sold quite a few like that. I've sold some singles too. I've never found one. Well, I found one maybe that was like $100 record. But along that same lines, I have found some of the old laser discs. There you go. Sorry. The old laser discs. I found like 5 or 6 of those still sealed up one time. I've still got a couple of them, but I sold one of those It was like a National Geographic something. I sold it for like $60. So I like media like that because, they literally make a box. Laura knows this, they make a
Yes,
box
sir.
that just either one record or 5 records and you're done. Just flaps over and tape. And it's one of the easiest things to pack and ship. And, usually, unless eBay is being weird, you can even ship them media mail. You can always ship them fairly cheap. So if you know what you're looking for or you know what you're doing, records can be good. They can be good. All right.
I just want to say thanks real quick. I'm getting notifications almost back
Awesome.
to back of new subscribers. So thanks, everybody.
I know you had at least 6 or 8 of them somewhere, somehow. I was looking when they was doing it. You had like 6 or 8 people popping off that said sub. So tell your friends, tell your family to go sub too. Let's get her over 500.
Yep.
That would be
Hey,
awesome.
that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
I got up to like 486.
Oh man.
Back in October, and that was as high as I got, and it just kind of started falling after that.
Chris used to say it like this, it's a grind, and he's right. If you're going to do eBay and YouTube, I have found, I'm doing 1 video a week, and that is about all I can handle right now. And some weeks I'm like, am I even going to be able to get it done? Like this week, I worked on it on Wednesday and it come out today. And I was like, if I don't get this thing done today, it's not going to be out. So I had to just jump in there and do it. You got 2 more. Selling a hand basket and Happy Picker just subbed. Appreciate
that. I just got the notifications.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
I'm at 479 from 467. Right. So thank y'all.
Hey, look here. We got trouble in the house. Commonwealth Flipper.
Hey.
Because I hear this place is where the hillbillies hang out. That's right, buddy. Hillbillies hang out in here.
It's the only place for
Hey, we just hanging out doing what hillbillies do.
That's it.
But yeah, good to have you in here, Kevin. Hope you're doing good. And if you're not subscribed, Kevin, to Laura, we pinned her. Go subscribe. She's at 479. She could use all she can get. Roman says Kevin is.
That was my mom, by the way. If anybody saw me doing that, she wanted to tell me good night. She come to the door and she had to blow me a kiss, so I had to blow one back, or I'd been in trouble.
Sweet. Roman says Kevin is chasing chickens outside right now. Oh, that's funny. There is a bit of Southern twang here. You reckon? Do you reckon so? There might be? You got 3. Well, no, I almost said 3 Tennessee people. Josh, you don't qualify, but 2 Tennessee people, and then 1 that's even further south than that. So
that's it.
Yeah.
I've worked real hard. It's funny with accent. When you hear yourself, you don't think you sound, like teaching school, like I'd be like, I feel like I sound really good. Like I feel like I'm really paying attention to how I'm speaking, but then you go back and hear yourself recorded and you're like, no.
Oh, I do it. I do it every
I haven't
week.
solved that riddle yet.
I get up when I'm preaching, I'm like, I'm going to sound professional. Yeah. I'm going to sound better. So I get up and say, read it and try to read it good. And I listen back and I'm like, dang, you need to learn how to talk, You can't talk. But when I was in Bible seminary, Bible Institute, our one teacher, he was the pastor of their church. He said, now he was like one of the most educated men in Bible things that I ever met. And he got up and he said, now listen, he said, I know we like to make fun and pick because we're from the South. He said, but it ain't preaching. It ain't teaching. It's preaching and it's teaching. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, that's what he would tell us. He's like, it ain't preaching. It's preaching. Put the G on there. It's in the English language for a reason. I'm like, I'm too lazy to add that extra little,
literally, I have this conversation with my wife and other people. I don't know if it's because of where I grew up, but I can't do it. I can hardly ever put a G on a word. Like I'll consciously be thinking I need to make sure, like when I would be speaking to, people at school, I'll be like, I need to, try to make sure I'm saying this right. And I couldn't get it to come out. So I was just, it's like, it just don't happen. It stops at the end. I can't force myself. It's just not in me. So I don't know what the deal is.
I'm the same way. I mean, it's well, you're doing what you get used to doing. I mean,
yeah,
if you grow up in it, if we went over to Australia and you go over there and tell them they're talking wrong, something like that, they're going to be like, "No, hillbilly, you're talking wrong."
I used to tell the kids, I'd be like, to me, it's kind of like the word, the vernacular word that's used, when you're doing ninth grade history. And I say, the way we speak it's part of who we are. We shouldn't be ashamed of it anyway. So I mean, I like that. I thought it was cool. Like when we went to Omaha, like I don't know if he's still in here or not, but Corey, like I don't know if you heard on the video, like when he says we say opinion like it's he says opinion like it's opossum, and so depending on where you live, though, like it's so interesting the differences in how we enunciate our words just regionally within our country. It's intriguing to me.
When the kids, Bailey and Briley, my daughter and my niece, was doing Spanish, and it was a video course. We homeschool, so this is a video course, and the video, it was a Spanish man teaching the video, but he spoke really good English and really good Spanish. So when he got up there, he said, "Did you know that even in Espanol, there are different dialects?" He said, "If you go to this part of Mexico and then you go to this part of Mexico, they're going to look at you and say, 'What did he say?' It's the same words, but the way it comes out matters." So I thought that was kind of cool because I just thought Spanish was Spanish, but
I mean, that's the case all over.
Corey's got it figured out. Phonics don't even work in the South. He said.
It don't, man. It don't.
It doesn't. Roman knows hillbillies are good people, much kinder than I am.
Oh my goodness.
Nathaniel says, just like Louisville, Kentucky, all kinds of punctuations for that one.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Absolutely.
My Spanish teacher in college, you wouldn't know it, but I took like 4 semesters of Spanish. I never did much good with it, but I couldn't even trill an R. I mean, I took 2 years of Spanish in high school, took 4 semesters in college, and still couldn't even trill an R. But he taught in Spain, and he talked about that, like how the enunciation was so different, like there versus there was a teacher in the same school from Panama, and then you talk about like he would go to Mexico. They did like an internship in the summer there. And he said, they laugh at me when I speak Spanish in Mexico, because he said to them, I speak really proper Spanish because I was in Spain so long. But it's just, it's the same thing. It's every language is like that.
Yeah. I can't even speak this one very good, so I'm not going to ever attempt any of the other ones. I'm going to try to pull something up here. I thought I was. Anyway, I just going to mention again before we got off here anytime soon that if you haven't got a ticket, Laura's going to be there if you want to meet somebody nice. And by the way, we'll be there too. But I'll get it out here in a minute. The Highway 127, Pickin the Plateau, and I'm going to throw the picture up here if I can ever figure out what I'm doing.
Along with Reseller Locker Room.
There you go. Reseller Locker Room is our co-host this year. Got Alex, the Beard King Picker, Rocky Top Picker, and Shane Soda City Flips, along with myself and Josh, hosting this event. They're co-hosting with us. We're super pumped and excited about that. So if you don't know about that, or I'll have to stop sharing all my secrets here. If you don't know about that, it's time to buy your ticket because it's getting closer and closer and closer all the time. We're looking forward to it,
Oh, yeah.
My mind got away from it this week with everything that's going on, but I am still just so excited. Hey, Carter's got a question for Laura. Do you watch wrestling?
No.
I knew that was coming.
Never was a fan of it. It never made sense to me.
It don't have to make sense. It's just two guys, well, sometimes more than two, pretend beating the snot out of each other. What's not cool about that? You know,
at least in football, there's a goal when they're hitting on each other. I mean, tackling each other and everything. There's a purpose. You're trying to get the ball to the other end of the field.
Oh man.
So you're telling me
I knew this was coming.
When Hulk Hogan drops that leg on somebody, he's not trying to take them out? Like, that's deadly.
Yeah.
That hurts to watch.
It hurts Hogan to land on his butt every time. I guarantee you that.
That's what he said.
Legs bent like this. He never even contacts anybody, you know. It's funny. Yeah, we talk wrestling on the Two Old Guys Reselling podcast.
Yeah, y'all do.
You know, if you were to listen, this is brought up. If you were to listen to him interview now when he talks about that, because the number of house shows that they performed back in his day, he said that literally landing on his rear end so many times, you know, night after night after night, just the damage that done to his back, you know, like it really did cause a lot of problems for him down the road. I mean, he attributes that to a lot of his problems, combined with, you know, picking up people that weigh 400 pounds, you know.
It's bound to do something to you over time.
Yeah.
I mean, for it to be, quote, fake, I say that lightly because I believe what they do is very much real in a sense that they have to be choreographed very good. Like if you're going to flip around and land without breaking your neck the way they do, you got to pretty well know what you're doing. So that part of it's very, but you know, they got a lot of talent to be able to do that, or they just work really hard at it. I don't know. But yeah, it's all predetermined fake fighting. Speaking of fake fighting, there's a fake fight coming up. Mike Tyson's going to murder Jake Paul.
Oh man.
You know, if that's a real fight, Jake Paul's done.
Did y'all see the thing from Punch Out that it's one of the memes they put out? It's got where it's Mike Tyson and it's like the guy that you start out with because it's like this pasty red-headed guy, you know, and it's like they predicted it all those years ago. It's what they put on the meme. It was so cool because it would pass for Jake Paul, you know, next to Mike Tyson. Pretty cool stuff.
That's hilarious. I don't watch boxing. I don't think I've watched boxing. My dad loved it. Back in our house, Monday night was wrestling. Tuesday night was Tuesday night fights on the USA Network. Every Tuesday night, 2 hours of boxing. My grandpa would come up to the house. Him and my dad would sit in there and watch it. I hated it. I still don't like it necessarily. I want fake wrestling, not real. You know, I don't know. But this one's got me intrigued. Like either Mike Tyson is getting the biggest payday of all times, or I don't know. I don't think even at 57 years old.
Oh man.
Mike Tyson, I've watched some of his training videos at that age. He moves around faster than Jake Paul does right now.
Oh, it's scary. It's scary.
It's really scary.
Yeah, his hand speed at almost 60 is crazy. Laura, I know you're enjoying this, by the way, but
oh yeah, loving it.
We'll get past it in a minute. My
good.
dad actually was a huge boxing fan, so I grew up, you know, with boxing more than wrestling. He wasn't as big on wrestling. I enjoyed wrestling as a kid, and I watched it. We've talked about that. I watched it for years, but boxing was the big thing for Dad, and he loved it, man. I grew up, you know, watching, you know, like of course my dad. He bought the pay-per-view for the fight where Tyson bit Holyfield's ear off. His only pay-per-view he ever paid for. He was like, that was one of his little moral stands. You know, he refused to pay to watch a fight on TV, but he wanted to see that so bad. He wanted to see Holyfield beat him one more time. And so, you know, he paid for that, you know, barely get started, you know, and he was so mad. I remember he was so mad. It just felt like he wasted his money. And I thought, man, that's, you know, in my opinion, when I was a kid, I'm thinking that's more historical probably than almost any other fight that's happened in the last 30 years. I mean, even people that know nothing about boxing, they know about that. They know that.
I know it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like everybody knows. And so at the end of the day, to be able to say I was watching that when it happened, I mean, that's actually kind of cool now when you look back. But
that's like one of them pop culture icon moments, you know.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's going to know that one.
Mm-hmm.
Will Carter says one match equals 23 car wrecks. Basically, he's right. That's about what wrestling is. Oh, Let's see. Roman says Mike Tyson will punch him once and he will die. That's what I am expecting to happen. I expect it to not last awful long.
That's what I would expect to happen to me.
I wouldn't fight Tyson when he's 80 years old.
Holy moly.
Hey, no way. Carter has another question. He says, okay, next question for Laura. Do you know any good dad jokes? Because these two old guys don't. LOL.
Oh, wow.
Will, what are you doing?
Hurting feelings tonight, man.
What? All right. The gauntlet has been laid down. Laura is not ready for this whatsoever.
No.
She's like, I don't do dad jokes. I'm not a dad, right? So it's time for a dad joke battle. Laura, if you want to find one or do one, you're welcome to. If you want to just sit here and watch two grown men act stupid, you're welcome to do that.
Oh, are you about to surf the internet to find one right now? You're not just going to come off the top of the head with it? I'm talking to Caleb. I mean,
sorry.
I don't have to surf nothing.
No, I'm sorry. No, I was just said I'm jealous. I want you find one. Absolutely. You weren't prepared, but look, this is the guy. He claims to hold the belt now. He ought to be ready at all times.
I'm ready right now. Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready whenever.
I said, are you ready? Yeah. That's boxing and wrestling for you.
Oh man. What was that dude's name that used to do the ring announcing? Like
Michael Buffer.
Yes. I see his face, but I couldn't get his name. Dude was good at his job.
Millions of dollars for
my
10 seconds of talking.
Yes, I know, right?
So crazy. All right. Since you're always losing at this, Josh.
What?
You won one time. Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've done like 6 episodes, so your percentages are low.
Well, I mean, it's not because you've always got my joke right. It's just that more people like you better. I can't help that.
All right.
I can't get anybody to vote for me.
It's pity, okay?
I don't know about that.
Okay. Laura, have you got one?
I'm looking at a couple of them. I got one I might fall back on.
All right, Josh, you go first. We'll let Laura find hers, and you can go first.
All right. Why'd the bicycle just fall over?
Why did the bicycle just fall over? It was too tired.
You got it.
Boom. Tell me why I don't ever lose this belt again.
I'm about to just disappear.
Oh, he's gone. Now this is an old guy and old gal podcast. Welcome.
I'm not that old.
Okay, I'll change that. Can't handle defeat. This is getting rough.
I'm handling it.
I'm
not officially lost yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Are you ready?
There's a slim chance I might get it right.
Yeah, I guess I can go ahead and do mine.
Okay.
Most of them that I'm seeing, I know y'all have already done on the few podcasts that I've seen. So y'all may have done this one too. I don't know. But so how many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
I know. Do you know, Josh?
I do.
See?
Tentacles.
Yep. Tentacles.
It's a good one, though.
That is a good one. That was a good first try. Really good. Mm-hmm. All right. So here's mine. If a pig loses its voice, does it become disgruntled? I didn't even give you a chance to get it. See, that's how I win. I give you no chance to answer it. That was the whole joke.
I noticed.
That's how you win. You find the jokes that the punchline's built right in, then you have no chance.
He's trying to make up for ruining his joke.
Did I mess it up?
I don't know. Did you?
I don't know.
I thought that. See, I was under. I've got to work on this. We'll just get this out and open with everybody here. I've been wondering about this. Like, is it supposed to be a joke that you can answer, or can it be just we tell a joke? We've talked about this last time. Were we just going to tell a joke and let the comments decide, or is it about whether or not we get the answers right? Which one is it? I've got to know that. Okay. That helps me. If
I get the answer right, it's about getting the answer right. If I don't, we'll let the comments decide. Okay, how's
Oh
that?
man, so you're one of those
As a
people.
Tennessee fan for you.
Oh, come on!
Change the rules to fit the
I'm about to throw
situation.
some
That's
golf
how it
balls
is.
at people right here.
See, I'm one of those people that probably most folks wouldn't want to play a game with because I like to establish all the rules before we start. I don't like those mid game rule shifts.
No, it's no fun that way. You got to change it up.
Man. Good stuff.
Good stuff. That's right. Let's see. Nathaniel knows Caleb always gets roasted. Yeah, that's what Chris used our time together for. He was always roasting me. Paige says the bookies expect Tyson to lose. If it happens, I think it's rigged. Absolutely, I do.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'll say this. I mean, I don't see how Logan Paul's come a long way. I mean, I'm not saying he's got the training Tyson does. I think if anything levels it, it is the age gap, but I still don't think, I think everybody believes if Tyson gets a shot in, that's the thing. I mean, it's going to be whether or not Paul can keep himself covered, is fast enough to dodge and get out of the way. I think stamina wise, if he can make it last long enough, he probably does have a pretty good chance.
Yeah,
because age is the one thing nobody can outrun. And I think Tyson's going to be a beast for at least 2 or 3 rounds, but I don't know if he's going to be as strong after that,
You say Will would like to apologize to everyone watching for bringing up dad jokes. I'm sorry.
It's all right,
You
Will.
run this show.
We actually enjoy that part a lot. We enjoy that part a lot.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was great. Oh my goodness. Oh, well. All right. So, Laura, you got anything else to add before we run off tonight?
I'll just say thanks again to all the new subscribers. I hope I don't end up disappointing you, but and thanks so much for the invite. I've enjoyed being on tonight. I'm not much of a talker, but I've enjoyed it.
It's fun having you on. We'll have to do it again.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Appreciate you hanging
anytime.
out.
All right. Everybody that threw up your dad jokes, sorry, I've lost track of everything. But we appreciate every one of y'all being here tonight. Thank y'all for the super chats.
Yeah, we still had over 30 people in here, man.
I know, it's crazy. They got to be watching y'all. So, Chad said, let's tell some of your
my goodness.
jokes. I don't think we probably should start going down that
rabbit hole. Goodness.
That gets a little bit hairy real quick. So, but yeah, we had a good time tonight. Been fun. Now I got to go in and see if everything's put back together. Hopefully it is. I think it is. They've done a good job. I will say that.
That's good.
But Josh, anything else to add?
No, just thank everybody for hanging out with us, and appreciate all those that got us over that subscriber hump, man. That's big news. Going past 1,000. Hopefully it holds.
Yeah.
You know how it is. It's just kind of up and down sometimes, but yeah, really appreciate it. Enjoyed it. We'll get better. We haven't done, I mean, we've been live with Reseller Locker Room. They were with us and we were with them, but I don't have a lot of experience doing this, and I don't think you've been live a whole lot either. So we'll get better with the comments part, maybe keeping up with that the more we do it. But so we apologize if we missed anything important, but we love all you guys and appreciate y'all hanging out with us.
Thank you all. Yes, absolutely. And stay tuned for this show. My end, Josh's end looks really good now. My end.
Oh, I didn't even talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a beautiful setup.
Well, I reclaimed my office. I'm one of those people that say death pile. I've got more like this. I don't know if pile's the right word for it. It's crazy, but we are getting some stuff ready to move into the new building. And so I finally reclaimed most of my office and got set up to have, I told Caleb earlier, all I've had every time I've been on any live is just this blank wall behind me. I've got the most boring backdrop of anybody, but so I was glad to be able to do something with it tonight.
Absolutely. So mine's going to change. I don't know how quick it'll change, but I have no idea right now where I will be doing the podcast from. I have no idea what it's going to look like in the next few weeks, probably within the next 6 weeks. but we'll figure it out and we'll keep it going. And something about the property, I may be sitting on a rock because we've got a little bluff out there. I may be sitting on a rock doing the show. Who knows? So whatever we got to do to keep it going, and because we have a good time, do the podcast. Paige said, do the podcast from behind 7-Eleven. We do have a 7-Eleven now.
I go to Buc-ee's.
Yeah, Buc-ee's. I could do it walking through Buc-ee's. That's for sure.
Oh my goodness. It'd be interesting.
It would probably get kicked out. But yeah, thank you all for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all for all the support. Thank you for pushing us over 1,000. Thank you, Laura,
so much
for coming and hanging out with us. And until next time, this has been two old guys and a good, nice young lady. And we're all out.
Out. See you guys.
Bye.